Did you hear Jessica chattering on about the wedding when we were outside at the pool?
Yeah, she had a great time yesterday.
I think everybody did, actually. At the risk of sounding conceited, I think it was a wonderful wedding and a wonderful reception.
You outdid yourself, Mrs. B. And on short notice.
Well, actually, I confess I was a few steps ahead because I'd been planning Cord and Tina's wedding. So I was fortuitous when Wade and Mary Lynn decided they were going to wait.
You know, Tina seemed to join right in the spirit of the occasion. I thought sure that she was going to be pouting all day, especially when Cord showed up with Sarah.
Yeah. Did Cord say he was going to develop the pictures of the banner?
Yeah, said he'd have them done by the time Wade and Mary Lynn got back from their honeymoon.
That was a very, very nice present that Asa gave them, wasn't it?
I didn't know that old rascal was such a romantic.
Good thing he was, otherwise they'd have had to spend their honeymoon in Wade's little apartment instead of some gorgeous bungalow in Barbados.
Yeah, well, you gave him a bang-up wedding and reception. He gave him a bang-up honeymoon. Now, with a beginning like that, I'd say that they're going to have a very long and happy marriage. Go. Come on.
What did you pack in these things? Well, Mrs. Coleman, here we are. Bungalow 4.
Well, I thought we would never make it.
Well, we've never really had anything to worry about. The pilot just wanted to play it safe and, you know, get around the thunderstorm instead of through it.
No, I wasn't worried about that. It's those golf carts we drove from the airport.
Well, you better get used to it, because that's our transportation for the next 2 weeks.
Well, that's okay, but I think we should get maps so that we don't get lost again.
Who cares if we get lost? Look at this place. It's beautiful. The beaches are fantastic, and the trees and flowers look like they're out of a picture book. We are here.
What are you doing?
I'm going to carry you over the threshold.
Well, okay, but I think we should open the door first.
All right? You do the honors. That's a good idea.
Good morning. Have you two lost your way to your bungalow?
No, sir. I think this is our bungalow. It's number 4.
Cassie? Cassie, I know you're upset and angry, but we got to talk about this. Cassie?
I've gone to New York to meet Mrs. Mayhew.
Damn it, Cassie, I told you not to take that case.
All right, Rob, take it easy. I gotta find her. I gotta talk to her. I gotta find that piece of paper.
Mrs. Mayhew, I'm Cassie Callison.
Oh, please, come in. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful you decided to take this case. I'm sorry you had to change your weekend plans for me.
Well, that's no problem. My plans sort of changed anyway, so I took the first flight here to New York. Well, can we sit down? I would like to find out why you think your husband's trying to kill you.
Oh, shh.
What's the matter?
I'm quite sure this room is bugged. It's not safe to talk here. Isn't this an electronic listening device?
Yes, it is. Where did you find this?
Attached inside the lampshade by the telephone over here, and I'm quite sure there are more in this apartment. Do you have one of those things that can detect these devices?
No, my partner has one, and I left in such a hurry, I didn't think of bringing it. Maybe I should get that.
No, I'll do it. Hello.
Has Cassie Callison arrived yet?
I beg your pardon?
Cassie Callison took a flight to New York this morning to see you. She should have arrived by now.
I'm sorry, but you obviously have the wrong number.
Is this Mrs. Beatrice Mayhew?
No, it's not.
Does Mrs. Mayhew live there?
No, you have the wrong number.
Sorry to disturb you.
Someone dialed the wrong area code.
Mrs. Mayhew, is there somewhere where we can go and talk without whispering? A restaurant or something?
I'm just afraid we'll be followed.
Well, has someone been following you?
Well, I haven't actually seen anyone. It's just that I have this terrible feeling that I'm being watched all the time.
So there is a possibility this could all be your imagination.
Perhaps. But there is one place that I feel completely safe. If you don't mind, it's not too far from here.
No, that's fine. Let's go.
Shouldn't you be at the office with Clint?
No, he's working at home today.
Is that a good idea?
Would you relax? I've got everything under control.
Things have a way of getting out of control very quickly.
Elizabeth, we are in great shape. We're going to be in even better shape once those 2 new wills are signed by Vicky and Clint.
You know, I can understand Clint wanting to provide for Cord, but Vicky leaving half of her estate to Tina is absolutely appalling to me.
That is music to my ears, because once those wills are signed, I'm going to make my intentions very clear to Tina.
Well, I admire your confidence, but emotions are not always so easily manipulated as business matters.
I don't know if you've noticed this. I can be very charming. Really. Tina's already falling in love with me. Did you see the way she acted yesterday at the reception?
Now that you mention it, she did look at you rather dreamily.
Yeah, I'll tell you, you ain't seen nothing yet, ma'am. If I was you, I'd go out and I'd get another one of those big silver punch bowls, the one you bought Wade and Mary Lynn.
Fortunately for you, Tina managed to alienate Cord at a very propitious moment.
Old Lady Luck is really smiling right down on us. Elizabeth is going to be smooth sailing from now on.
If I may, a word of caution. Try not to be so complacent.
Don't worry. I know what's at stake here. I'm not going to let my guard down. You know, I saw that Her Royal Highnesses are staying with you now. Their ladyship, what a looker.
You would do well to concentrate all your attentions on Tina.
I know where my priorities are. I'm just making an observation, that's all. What are they doing in Landview, anyway?
Well, Lord Henry had to take care of a slight snag in our plan. Since Henry and I have known each other for such a long time, I didn't think it would look suspicious for him to stay here with me.
Elizabeth! Beau, how are you?
Lord Henry.
Nice to see you again.
Oh, you too.
Quite a smashing wedding yesterday. I was delighted Elizabeth allowed me to tag along. The Buchanans are a very interesting and attractive family.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Well, Elizabeth tells me you're doing some fine work for us.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm trying. As a matter of fact, I've got to get going right now because I have a meeting with Clint. But it's just a real pleasure to see you again. I want you to have a very pleasant stay here in Landview.
It's been quite pleasant so far. I trust we'll see each other again before I leave.
Yes, you can count on that. Until we do, Elizabeth?
Are you sure Beau is a good choice for our venture, dear?
Trust me, Henry. Beau will not fail us.
Thank you, Aaron.
Shall I pour, madam?
No, thank you.
Very good.
Honey,
Mm-hmm.
how many times have you had breakfast today?
Once when Jessica woke up, and then again with the boys, and now with you.
Don't you think maybe you ought to cut it down to 2?
I did 30 laps this morning. I'm entitled to another croissant. You ought to try one. They're terrific.
I didn't do 30 laps. I'll pass.
Oh, Herb called when you were in the nursery. Said he'll be over this afternoon with the final draft of our wills.
Good. I think that Tina will be very happy when she finds out what I've done.
Happy? She'll probably turn cartwheels in the front lawn. I mean, when she finds out how rich she's going to be one day. Now she won't have to worry about finding a rich man to keep her in the manner to which she thinks she deserves.
That's an awful thing to say.
Maybe, but it happens to be the truth.
Darling, Tina has never become involved with any man simply for his money. At least I don't think so. Unfortunately, I think she always follows her heart.
Really? Is that what she's doing with Beau?
Do we have to discuss this again? They are not dating.
Well, I don't understand why they spend so much time together. What do they see in each other?
You sound as if you don't like your own brother.
No, it's not that. He's just changed a bunch. And we all know Tina's record.
You're making too much of this, honey.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm trying to understand Tina. I'm trying to give her the benefit of a doubt. But you consider her past record and the trouble she's caused in the past. Don't expect any miracles.
Oh, miracles are a way of life for the Buchanans these days.
Yeah, well, don't press your luck.
I really hope you find out what's troubling you about Beau, and soon.
I will. You can bet on it. I suppose I better call him see what's happening at the office.
Hunt, before you do that, can I ask you a question? Mr. Buchanan, will you marry me?
We're really very sorry about the mix-up. Oh, Papa and I were so sure that our checkout time was 1 o'clock.
Well, actually, we were supposed to arrive last night.
Oh, well, thank goodness you didn't arrive last night. We had a terrible storm.
I know. That's why we were delayed.
Oh, well, thank goodness you didn't come last night. I mean, well, we really would have been in a fine pickle. Are you sure that your travel agent booked the right dates for you?
Well, Mr. Buchanan made all the arrangements. He owns this resort.
Mr. Buchanan? Heavens to Betsy. We are sorry. If I had
No,
known
really. It's no problem. I'm sure Wade will get everything straightened out with the manager and get us a bungalow.
Yeah, this island is a shell lover's paradise. Look at this.
Oh, isn't it a beauty? Oh, you're just going to have a grand time here. Papa and I have been here a month, and there's still so much to see.
You put Mount Hillaby at the top of your list. Huh?
And Bridgetown. And for heaven's sakes, don't you go out that door without your camera.
And Mama, give her a taste of the molasses we bought. It's one of the island's industries.
We tried it this morning. Just a little taste, babe. Isn't that the best thing you've ever tasted?
Yes, I think so.
There's a little market on the way to Bridgetown. Papa, where are the straw hats and bags?
Right over here. Oh, look.
Oh.
There you are.
You must buy one today. It's a must. To keep your face from getting sunburned, you have to be very careful of the sun.
Oh, excuse me. Wade, did you talk to the manager?
Yes, this place is all booked up, and so is every other place on the island.
Oh. Well, maybe we could go into Bridgetown and do some shopping.
We can shop in Landview.
Wade.
Pardon me if I'm being too nosy, but do the two of you happen to be honeymooners?
Yes, ma'am, we are.
Oh, that settles it. Oh, Papa and I will pack up our things and get out of your way in 1 hour.
Oh, well, if your checkout time isn't until 1 o'clock and you have all the stuff to pack.
No, we're nifty packers. Been all over the world, so we've got it down to a science.
Yeah, but if your plane doesn't leave this afternoon...
Well, it'll get us time to stop in that little store that sells all this jewelry. Sure. If I can just remember where it is.
Oh, I think I can find it without any trouble. Now, listen, why don't you kids, you go into the bathroom, put on your swimming togs, and enjoy the beach and the ocean while we pack up. How's
That is a great idea.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
I appreciate it.
Not at all.
What else can go wrong?
Nothing else will go wrong. I know this has started off kind of bad, but the rest of our honeymoon's gonna be like a dream, babe. Stick with me, it's a piece of cake.
Yeah, have you ever been slimed?
He put his grilled cheese in the VCR. Slid it right in.
Strapless dress. Fit great.
Danielle's not dating till she's 30. Oh, I see you good parents stock up on this stuff, too.
Comes to the territory.
I like the blue one.
For the kids. I like that I control the sugar. You can't with soda.
And soda costs 4 times as much.
Save that money, Ken. Yeah, for a BMX bike.
Having kids means having Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid drink mix.
America, I'm gonna check your board. Jacko and his mates are checking for Energizer batteries. Thousands of winners, $500 or other prizes.
You win! And you can too. So don't get caught without your Energizer. Aye!
Check Snack Mix gives you that great party taste anytime. Because that tasteful...
If I'm not mistaken, we're already married and have been for years. And if I'm wrong, I sure hope the kids don't find out.
Of course we're married. I knew that. It's just yesterday, hearing Mary Lynn and Wade say their vows. It reminded me of the time we said our vows.
Not once, but twice.
Well, they say that the third time's a charm.
The first time was a charm, Mrs. P.
I know it was. It's just that after the terrible ordeal we've been through, I mean, all those months when I thought you were dead and all the time you thought you could never find me again, it would just make me very, very happy if we could renew our vows.
And you're never giving up on me? You're finding your way back to the past so you could bring me back home. There's no greater expression that any wife could ever offer. And if you've got your little heart set on us repeating our vows, nothing would make me happier than to oblige you. Matter of fact, I wouldn't mind marrying you a couple times a day. Every day. For the rest of our lives.
Don't mind me. In fact, I think it's wonderful to see two old married people so much in love.
Old married people?
Old married people?
I don't feel old. Do you feel old?
No, I don't feel old. I feel, about 20.
You know what I meant.
Hey, Bo.
Oh, I thought you were going to be in the office all day.
Well, that's what I'd planned, but I have to speak to Clint about Asa. But I'm really happy to see you.
Something happening with Pa?
No, he's a little tired after all the wedding festivities. But, you know, I was checking into a specialist that I know of who I think can really help Asa.
A specialist?
Yeah.
Larry happens to be a pretty fine doctor, Bo.
Well, I'm aware of that, but even Larry himself, he admits that he really doesn't have that much experience in this sort of thing. Now, this specialist comes very highly recommended. And I think that he may be able to do something to help Asa that Larry may not even know about.
Darling, I'm sure that Larry wouldn't object to a specialist being called in. Have you talked to him about the doctor?
No, because I wanted to speak to Clint about it first.
Probably haven't said anything to Pa yet either. We'd hear him bellowing all the way over here.
Well, I don't really believe he's going to fight us on it that much. It really scared him when he passed out, and I know he doesn't want to go through that again.
Honey, what harm would a second opinion do, huh?
Well, I suppose none. But I would like to check out the doctor. I'd like to check it out with Larry.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Well, then I'll get you all the information.
Well, I've got to go check on Jessica because she should be waking up. Excuse me.
Oh, will you check on Clint, too?
Sure, darling. Bo, will you stay and have lunch with us?
Oh, you will. Won't you?
Well, you bet. Nothing would please me more.
614 East 64th Street. Is this the superintendent?
Yes.
My name's Rob Carnell. I've been trying to reach one of your tenants. It's very important that I reach her, and for some reason, I have the wrong phone number.
Did you try information?
Yeah, I did, but they keep giving me the same number. Could you go up to her apartment, see if she's okay, and call me back? I'll be glad to send you a check for all your time and trouble. Her name is Beatrice Mayhew, and it's apartment 15C.
I'm afraid you've got the wrong building, mister. That apartment's been vacant for 3 weeks, and nobody named Mayhew lives in this building.
Thank you, Alan.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell the captain to cruise at a comfortable speed, and I'll inform him when we're ready to return to the dock.
Yes, ma'am.
Mrs. Mayhew, this is a beautiful yacht, and I'm sure you enjoy spending time here, but if this is the only place you feel safe...
At the moment, it is. It might not be safe a lot longer if my husband discovers that it's not in the south of France. He has a very violent temper.
I am flattered that you offered me this case, but the more I listen to you, the more I realize that this is not in the line of work that I generally do. What I really think you need is a bodyguard. In fact, I'm surprised you haven't hired one already.
Do you remember the details of the Phillips case?
Yes, I do, but I'm not at liberty to discuss them.
Don't
with
worry about
client.
confidentiality. I'm quite familiar with the case. Mr. Phillips' wife was embezzling his firm of money, and you were clever enough to put a stop to it.
Yes, I was. Unfortunately, I wasn't clever enough to find Mrs. Phillips. In fact, I don't think the police have ever found her yet.
They never will.
They don't give up that easily.
Neither do I, Miss Callison. You've cost me a lot of money, and I intend to get it back.
What are you talking about? Who are you?
My name is Evelyn Phillips.
It's the highlight of the...
Can you believe this place? It's so beautiful. The water's the same color as the sky. You can see all the way to the bottom. Oh, look at that. What is that thing? It's a tabletop. It looks more like a door, doesn't it? Oh.
Wait, come back.
Those poor people, how are they going to get all that junk back on the plane? Can you imagine what their house looks like?
Well, they must have a lot of fun traveling around and collecting souvenirs from all over the world, and it's not junk to them. Besides, I want one of those wicker masks.
No. No. You're not serious, are you?
Yes, I'm very serious.
Okay. I can deal with a mask as long as we don't have to carry one of those tabletops back to Landview.
Oh, but you keep forgetting we're going home on Ace's private jet. We can take anything we want.
You listen to me. You buy one of those tabletops, and we're going to sit down and have a serious chat about taste.
Yeah. Well, I guess it really isn't my style. But don't make fun of it in front of the Fairchilds, because they've been really sweet to us, and I don't want to upset them.
Me either. It was really nice of them to clear out early so we can be alone.
I know. Well, maybe we'll do that someday for some young honeymooning couple. If we're married as long as they've been.
We'll be married longer.
Oh, you think so?
I know so. And if you're lucky, on our 50th wedding anniversary, I may bring you back to sunny Barbados and Bungalow 4, where we'll swim in the morning, buy ridiculous souvenirs in the afternoon, and dance under the stars at night. Is it a date?
It's a date. Wait, you were gonna tell me something on the plane last night when we got stuck in the thunderstorm about my wedding ring. Where did you get it? And how did you afford it?
Well, that's a really special ring. And, it's a lot more special than money could buy.
Did it belong to someone in your family?
No. Your dad gave that to me.
My dad?
Mm-hmm. That's the ring that he was going to give your mother when they got remarried. He wanted me to give it to you.
This was gonna be my mother's wedding ring?
Yes, Herb. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you call me when you get out of court, and if you've got time, we'll do it later this afternoon. Right. That was Herb. Mm-hmm. He may be over later this afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Well, why are you going to meet with Herb? Does he have some kind of lead on Steve's case? Do they know who tried to kill him?
No, darling. This is personal business that we have to discuss with him.
Oh.
There, good as new. Up goes the weasel.
Oh, thank you. Clint is going to be so thrilled because, you know, this is his absolute favorite toy in the whole world, which is exactly why it was so beaten up.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, if he breaks it again, I think that's the end of it. But I saw these in the department store window at Gold's. And if you want, I can pick up another one for him.
That's so sweet of you.
Well, I'd be happy to. Just right after the office. No problem. Clint, you know what? If you're finished with that report on the mining division, I'd like to get that back from you.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I do have some questions, Bo.
Why don't you two go and do your business, and then we'll have lunch.
All right,
Let's hit it.
Can I help with lunch?
No, honey, thanks. In fact, Cook said that after yesterday, she doesn't want anyone else in the kitchen for at least 2 weeks.
Isn't Bo super?
I can remember a time when you didn't think so.
Well, that's true. You know, you're right. I mean, before Bo went off to Europe with Dee Dee, he was pretty much rude to me. It was pretty clear he could hardly even stand being around me. And I don't know, maybe thinking that he lost Clint or the breakup with Dee Dee. I don't know. Somehow he seems changed. Look, I don't know why, but all of a sudden he seems very wonderful to me.
Well, it's very obvious that you care a great deal about him.
You don't approve?
Honey, you have been on the verge of hysteria ever since Cord broke off the engagement with you. In fact, you were saying that you were going to leave town because you were so heartbroken, so sure you would never find anyone that you could love as much as you loved Cord.
Well, Cord has made it perfectly clear to me that he doesn't want to have anything to do with me or be in my life. Except, you know, with Clint, of course.
That's a pretty big exception.
What do you mean?
Your bond with Cord is so strong that you couldn't even love Max fully. I'm just afraid the whole thing's going to happen all over again with Bo. That you'll get involved with him and then just drop him and run back to Cord if he wants you.
Look, I did love Max. It was his decision to call off the wedding because he didn't think I loved him enough. And look, it really hurts me to think that you think that I'm that shallow.
I didn't say you were shallow. I do, however, think that you need to examine your feelings very, very carefully instead of jumping in and suddenly finding that you are in water that is too deep to swim in.
Well, that won't happen.
Well, Clint is afraid it might.
Well, look, then you just tell him not to worry.
Honey, Clint is afraid that you're going to get hurt.
Clint is actually worried about me?
Yes. Yes, he is. He's afraid that Bo is going to take advantage of your vulnerability.
I can't believe Clint would be suspicious of his own brother.
What's this about Clint being suspicious of me?
Sergeant, your job is to protect innocent people, and Ms. Callison needs your protection. I called the building, and the super said that nobody named Mayhew ever lived there and that the apartment's vacant. I don't have time to fly to New York and file a complaint. I want something done now before Miss Callison's hurt. Yeah, thanks for nothing. Hello.
Rob Cornell?
Yeah, who's this?
I talk, you listen. I got your girlfriend here. Cassie?
Who are you? Where is Cassie?
She's safe. We haven't had to hurt her yet. But if you don't cooperate with us,
Hey, I'm not doing anything until I talk to Cassie and make sure that she's all right.
All right, hold on.
Rob.
What's going on? Who's got you? Are you okay?
Rob, listen to me. I am scared. You have got to do everything these people tell you to do. They are serious.
Cassie! All right, you listen up. Now, if you want to see Cassie alive again, you got to get $1 million in small, unmarked bills. All right, we'll be getting in contact with you on the delivery. Oh, and one more thing. Don't contact her mother. We don't want the State Department, the feds involved. This is just between you and us. You understand?
Yes, and you've got until tonight.
Huh?
Here.
Oh, I'll load this up for you if you want.
No way. You and your bride drink the island punch that Mrs. Fairchild ordered for you.
No, I feel a little funny lying around in the sun drinking punch while you're working your tail off loading the car.
Oh, we'll be fine. We're getting down to the science of this operation now. You just be in the way.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah. You were a great help, and we appreciate it, but now it's up to us.
All right. Thanks a lot. Are you feeling guilty that we pushed him out of here early?
No.
Well, what's wrong? Every time we took a break, you looked at this ring and got a funny look on your face.
Well, it's just that it feels strange wearing a ring my mother was supposed to wear.
Oh. I'm sorry. Your dad and I thought that it'd make you happy. If it doesn't, no problem. I'll just go out and buy another one.
No, I'm being ridiculous. It's very special, and I know Mom would want me to wear it.
Honey, it's not what anyone else wants. It's what you want, what makes you happy.
It just surprised me. That's all. It's beautiful, and I'll wear it forever.
Okay. Oh, isn't this incredible? After all the battles we had with your father and all the delays, man, I didn't ever think we were going to get married, but we did it. We were Mr. and Mrs. Wade Coleman, finally. You know what? There aren't going to be any more problems or any more hassles. We finally got it made.
Yeah, I guess we do.
Clint doesn't like the way that I'm running Buchanan Enterprises. Why doesn't he just tell me?
Bo, you misunderstood.
Oh, you didn't say that Clint didn't trust me?
Look, we were just having girl talk, and the conversation naturally went to men, and...
Bo, I'm sorry. The conversation had nothing to do with your work at Buchanan Enterprises. Clint and I were just noticing that you and Tina have been spending a great deal of time together recently.
Yes. You know, Clint and I had a discussion about his problem with that, but what I didn't realize at the time is that you shared it. I know you're very fond of Cord, but I'll tell you, he gave Tina a real raw deal.
Yeah, I mean, he never even gave me a chance to explain our misunderstanding.
You know, I'm trying to be there for Tina, you know? It's the same as I was there for you. But if the family's gonna have a big hullabaloo over it, hey, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I mean, there's gonna be no hullabaloo. I was just cautioning Tina to be careful, that's all. For your sake, as well as hers. And you know very well how much I appreciated your support during all those months when I thought that Clint was dead. And if you can do the same for Tina, then I'm all for it.
All right, anybody hungry?
Yeah, I'm starved.
Well, let's go to the dining room, shall we?
Not so fast.
Why?
It seems that the dining room is still a bit of a disaster area because of the reception yesterday, so Heron wants to know if we'd like to eat in here or out by the pool.
Oh, let's eat in here. The sun's much too hot this time of day.
Well, I guess that settles it.
Okay. Did you put champagne on ice?
Champagne?
Yes, I have an announcement to make. And I think a champagne toast will be very appropriate.
Rob, will you excuse us, Elizabeth? I need to talk to Lord Leighton privately.
Why, of course.
Your manners leave a lot to be desired, Robert.
Where the hell is Cassie?
I beg your pardon.
You get on that phone now and call off your lousy goons. Tell them to let her go, and they damn well better not have hurt her.
I haven't the foggiest idea where Cassie is. I assume from your ranting that something terrible has happened.
You know exactly what's happened. She's been kidnapped, and you set it up.
Kidnapped? Oh, my God. You're serious? Have you called the police?
No.
We must do that immediately.
No, you can't involve the police. The man said that he would kill Cassie if I didn't follow his orders.
Robert, I feel terrible that you would think that I would be involved in this. However, I'll set aside my feelings, and I'll do all I can to help you secure Cassie's release.
You really don't know anything about this, do you?
Of course not. Now, start at the beginning. Tell me everything.
Cassie got a phone call yesterday from a Mrs. Beatrice Mayhew. She wanted Cassie to take on her case. Something about her husband trying to murder her.
Mrs. Mayhew lives here in Landview?
No, New York. Cassie considered taking the case, and then, well, anyway, I got this note today from Cassie. Said she had flown to New York to meet with Mrs. Mayhew. So I phoned the number that this woman had given Cassie, and whoever answered said it was a wrong number. So I called the superintendent. He said that a Mayhew had never lived there and that the apartment had been vacant for 3 weeks. Then I get a phone call from a guy demanding $1 million.
This could well be a fraud.
No, it's not. I talked to Cassie. She sounded terrified.
Has she been harmed?
Not yet, but the guy sounded like he meant business.
I was afraid something like this would happen. I cautioned you. Your father had many enemies. They must now be aware that you are no longer under my protection since you broke off your engagement to Joanna.
How can I be so sure that they're not going to just take the money and kill Cassie anyway?
Believe me, they don't operate that way. Cassie's mother is a wealthy woman, is she not?
I was instructed to keep her out of it. I don't have $1 million. Not even close. I can't raise half that much by tonight.
Don't despair, Robert. I said I would do everything to help, and I will. Why don't you wait in the library while I make some calls?
Thanks.
Let it begin.
This is the last of it.
Well, you have a safe trip. And thank you for all your trouble.
We really appreciate it.
Oh, well, you're such lucky souls, beginning your journey down life's long and winding road together. We hope that you have health and happiness and trust each other always.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Remember, trust is the key, children. Bye-bye.
That's right.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Are you ready to go to that door finally and let me take you over the threshold?
Okay.
excuse me. I'm here to clean up the room.
Oh, Mrs. Fairchild said that the bedroom, the sheets were clean and the bathroom's clean.
But I didn't finish cleaning the floor.
Oh, but could you come back and clean the floor later?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. This is it. The moment we've been waiting for. Da-dun, da-dun. We did it. What's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing. This is the day we have been waiting for.
Listen, if you're not ready, it's okay. I want everything to be perfect.
Wade, I love you. And I want to share my love with you now and forever.
Robert? It's all arranged.
You talked to someone. Cassie's been released.
No. I have arranged for $1 million to be delivered within the hour.
You raised $1 million?
It was the only way to secure Cassie's release. It wasn't easy. I'm just happy to be able to say I was successful.
But why? Why are you doing this for me?
I thought you knew how I felt about you, Robert. You're the son of my dearest friend. I care for you. My Joanna loves you. And I certainly have no desire to see any harm come to Cassie.
Lord Henry, I don't know how I'll ever repay you.
You're an intelligent young man. You understand that nothing comes down easily in this world, especially $1 million. Cassie's safety is our primary concern at the moment. We can discuss the repayment of the ransom after Cassie's freedom has been secured.
Oh, my beautiful, beautiful bride. I love you so much. I'm so honored to be the first. Do you remember the vows? How I said I'd love you and cherish you? I will. I really will.
Leave you alone. Leave you alone. You're just like your mother. She liked it rough.
No, Wade, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I can't.
Mary Lynn, just wait a minute.
You're gonna use this against me to get what you want.
We all want the same thing, don't we?
No.
Of course we do. We want safety for Cassie. We want a life for you, in which you won't be continually looking over your shoulder. I'm sorry it's come down to this, Robert, but I did warn you. Your father's enemies are powerful and filled with revenge. They'll stop at nothing to satisfy their peculiar sense of honor.
Excuse me, Lord Henry. You wish to be informed when the courier arrived?
Thank you, Malcolm. It's all there, Robert. Now it's up to you.
Is everything taken care of?
It is indeed. My part of the plan is working smoothly. I only hope your part
is as successful.
Really, Henry, I feel quite confident. Beau has been meticulous thus far. He's made not even one mistake. I'm certain that he will be just as careful in the future as he has been in the past.
So, when is the big announcement? I'm dying to know what you're up to.
Oh, all right. I was going to wait till after lunch, but Clint and I are planning another wedding.
A wedding? Who's getting married?
Your sister and I.
We're going to renew our vows just as soon as we can make all the arrangements.
That's so romantic. Isn't it, Beau?
Yeah, that is great. Now, this does deserve a champagne toast.
Well, let's pop the cork.
Oh, Vicky.
Oh, sweetheart.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you, darling. I want you to be just as happy as I am.
Well, I hope to be even happier, if that's possible.
It might be possible. You don't know. Well, you guys are slow pourers.
Oh, no, ladies, please,
Oh, thank
please.
you.
And if I may, to a man and a woman who deserve the absolute best in life.
Here, here.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Mm. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Well, I don't know about you three. You may continue toasting. However, I'm starving.
You know,
Where did you get
I can see why you two would want to renew your vows, especially after everything that you guys have been through in the past. Vicky, what is it?
What is
God,
it?
food
What is
stuck.
it? No, can you speak? Can you speak?
Call an ambulance. Call 911 right away.
Let me try it.
Why the hell isn't it working?
I don't know.
Honey,
Clint, get everything off the desk. Everything. Just push it up.
Yes.
Clint, come here. Grab her feet. She's out. She's out. Get her.
Yes, Atlanta.
do you have him?
Yes, please hurry.
Oh, what the hell? She's not getting any air. Here, just relax. Give me that paring knife over there and just stand by.
Knife?
Just get it. Just get it.
What the hell?
She's not getting any air. Give me the knife.
What the hell are you going to do?
I'm going to perform a tracheotomy.
What? Are you out of your mind? You don't know anything about surgery, Beau.
If I don't do this, she's going to die, Clint.